Mr. Fitzsimmons, could you tell me some of the rules and regulations of badminton?
Some of the rules we'll look at would be the service rules. The key rules with the service are that a player must serve into the diagonal service box opposite them. The server can have his foot up to but not touching or over the service line at the front of the box. When a player's score is on an even number, they'll be required to serve from the right hand box. When it's on an odd number, they'll be required to serve from the left hand box. An infringement of any of these rules will result in the player losing the point and therefore the service. Other rules we could mention: if the shuttle is landing out and you make contact before it lands, then you will lose the point. If the player touches the net at any point during a rally, then you will automatically lose the point as well. If the shuttle lands on any part of the line that is deemed in. Some of the regulations we could look at would be the dimensions of the court and how they differ from doubles and singles, the court size, the net height, and any local regulations in relation to the height of the ceiling and the environment that the game is played in.
Number 1, and analyse their performance relating to components of fitness.
On court number 1, George Williams has excellent agility. This was demonstrated when George played a drop shot at the net followed by an overhead clear at the rear of the court. It's also evident from watching George on court 1 that throughout the rallies he's able to travel to all areas of the court quickly and efficiently whilst maintaining a high standard of strokes throughout.
Could you watch somebody on court number 3 and evaluate their performance, focusing specifically on technical ability of one of their shots?
On court number 3 we've got Harry Melvin, who's not really executing his smash shot particularly efficiently. The reason for this is that he's got no power coming from his shoulders. Currently the only power that Harry Melvin is generating is from extension of the elbow and flexion of the wrist as he fails to adopt a side-on position. To correct this shot, in the preparation phase of the shot he should adopt a sideways on position to enable full shoulder rotation. That will then lead to increased power and velocity in execution of the shot, making it far more difficult for his opponent to return.
Could you watch somebody on court number 4 and explain how you would plan strategies, tactics and practices to improve their performance?
On court number 4 I've observed Darren Smith, and he's been sort of inconsistent with his execution of serving. A high number of his serves have landed in the middle of the court, which has enabled his opponent to gain an advantage in the rallies and games that he's been playing. To modify and correct that, would use cones to cone off areas at the front of the court to set a little target area where Darren could use short serve going close to the top of the net, landing in the coned off area. Would also set him a target area in the back tram lines for his singles games to try and hit the shuttles into those areas. So we'd set up practice where he'd hit multiple shuttles, both short and long, therefore eliminating his mistake of serving into the middle of the court.
How would this affect his tactical?
It'd affect the tactical outcome of the rallies that he's playing, because if he managed to serve or execute a good short serve, it would mean that his opponent could only play a lift, which would enable him to play an attacking shot on the third shot of the rally. If he could serve the shuttle to the rear of the court in singles play, it would mean that his opponent could only play a defensive shot, most likely an overhead clear, which again would enable on the third shot of the rally Darren to play an attacking shot, which hopefully would lead to him being victorious in that particular rally.
Thank you.